Ladies, gentlemen of the jury, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Arrowhead, and it has been a year since I started being a VTuber. Okay, well, not quite. It's a few more hours till it's been like an actual year. But hey, for the most part, it's the same day it was a year ago. You've been stuck with me for a year. Ha ha, suckers! You got the short end of the stick on that one. No, but really though, everyone, thank you for sticking with me this long, and it's gonna be, ideally, another great couple of years. But for now, let's discuss today. So, first off, I wanted to go through, and I wanted to watch a few of the shorts that really, we'll get to the anniversary, like the original video later. I wanted to watch a few of the shorts that really made my channel what it was. So to begin with, we're gonna watch the most popular short I ever did. If Pokemon were real, what would you do?
Wait,
I would put all the Vaporeons. God damn it! Hold on. It was supposed to go through the computer. Motherfuck. Well, it would not be one of my streams without a good bit of scuff, you know? Wouldn't be one of mine. Certainly not mine. Alright, OBS, come on. Man, you know, looking back on a year, this is definitely not something I missed from this part of the year, the scuff bit. Hey, Firewall! This shit smells loud as fuck. Yeah, it was a lot quieter when I was setting it up. And I also had no reason to believe it wouldn't just play normally. Because why wouldn't it? And also, no. And I swear, just go through the normal audio thing. What's your problem here, OBS? Why you gotta make everything difficult? Let's see. Can you guys hear that? Because I can't, but hold on. How have you been, Arrow-chan? Oh, I've been just fine, Firewall Senpai. Firewall Senpai. Man, I really thought that would play through the desktop. Hold on. Let me try playing that again. Pokemon. Nope. It does not play through the normal audio thing that everything else plays through. God damn it. Alright, I guess only. Happy 1 year anniversary. Thank you, Firewall. Man, this... Alright, fine. You guys will hear it. I will not. But I'll know. I'll know. Real, what would you do? I would put all the Vaporeons in like a reserve just to protect them from all of the abysmal things people would do to them if they found them.
Same with Gardevoir, right?
Gotta protect the Gardevoirs.
As soon as like the Ralts evolved, you immediately put them in a confined like place.
Okay. So, what do I think of this clip? This, you know, I do think it's weird that this is my most popular clip. I find that frankly odd. It was annoying how with shorts, the audio is either cracked all the way loud, max, or muted. Yeah, I'll turn it down a little bit. Alright. So there's that. Shorts are a little oddly done. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, we have chat up on the screen now. It's incredibly small. Didn't really think that one through. But it's there. Which is also the, that's how I announce myself to the ladies. Well, it's incredibly small, but it's there. Hey, Napstabluke, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Where am I putting this? Right here. Let me try. There you go. Hey, just called all VA. Thanks. Happy anniversary to you too. It's probably not your anniversary, but you know, if it was, that'd be crazy, right? Not really though. Anyway. Let me see. Can I Oh yeah, I learned how to crop windows. That's another thing I learned how to do. All right. Thanks for all the happy anniversary wishes, guys. That means a lot. Okay. So yeah, about this short. I find it weird, frankly, that Gardevoir has like 50% chance of being male, so that make it a femboy Pokemon. Oh, absolutely, yeah. And then like Gallade, which is also the other one, is like, I feel like that's an even funnier concept. Because that one's clearly a dude, but it still gets like some of the fan art that Gardevoir does. Also, Ninetales. I remember back when I did like a Pokemon Smash and Pass thing, Ninetales was one of the ones where it was almost unequivocally shifted towards would Smash over Pass. Guys, we cannot keep banging foxes. We cannot. It has to stop eventually. This, you know, the human race, we cannot mate with foxes. Glade can only be male though. That's the other thing, yeah. There's a lot of funny stuff about that. Oh man. Also, isn't it kind of weird how Gardevoirs can be male and female, but Gallades can only be dudes? I find that slightly odd. Yeah. Did I just hear Pokemon Smash Pass? Yeah, I had to unarchive that stream because YouTube was mad at me. I'll see if I can get some clips up. I think I do have at least one clip floating around from it where I was like, slugma balls! And then I clicked pass and then something like that. I don't know. We'll be watching that one today. But, yeah. That's kind of where we're at there. Okay, so. If we're done talking about that short, the next one I want to bring up is, one that I'm slightly mad about. And I'll tell you why.
I see. So they call him Vamp because he sucks other people's blood. No, Raiden. It's because he's bisexual. What? Yes. He was the lover of Scott Dolph. Are you sure that's what the term means? Raiden. Oh god, is that a slur? Raiden. Snake, are you slurring? I'm not slurring, Raiden. And where'd you hear it from, huh? I bet you made it the fuck up. I heard it from a young and upcoming senator named Stephen Armstrong. Oh. Where'd he hear it from? He made it the fuck up. God damn it!
Okay, so here's why I'm mad about this one. What if the foxes were anthropomorphized? That's a different we're not getting into furry stuff. That'll be a different stream. I'll rate furry stuff later, like on the scale of like how furry it is. That actually sounds like kind of a funny stream. I'll write that down for later. Oh hey, you did an Undertale Smash or Pass tier list. If Sunderplane wasn't at the top, I don't know how to help you. Sunderplane is best girl. But anyways, here's why I'm mad about this particular short. So in the comments, I heard there were people being like, does Kojima have the N-word pass? Honestly, that's a good question. I'm sure he obtained it some way. Some like weird backpedally kind of lore way that he somehow has the N-word pass. Knowing Kojima, I would not put it past him. But anyways, yeah, so what makes me mad about this one, there are all these comments about how like, oh yeah, wow, imagine not even trying to do a snake voice. Wow, your snake voice sucked. And to be fair, it did suck in this video. I'm not saying it didn't. What makes me mad about that is that this is the most popular, this is the second most watched short I've ever done, and it's still getting views today. And this is also the worst snake impression I've done in my entire life. It's all uphill from here, but no one's watching the ones where I actually do a decent impression. Man, it's like,
I heard it from a young and upcoming senator named Stephen Armstrong.
Oh, where'd he hear it from?
He made it the fuck up.
God damn it, that's what it would sound like now. Granted, I still think my snake sounds a little bit like Raiden. But at the same time, I'm mad That is like the worst Snake impression I've ever done, and yet it's also the only one people will ever see. Man. Overall, though, I do stand by this joke. I still think this is a funny skit. Just because that line, the thing about like, oh, does Vamp mean bisexual? Oh, no. No, Raiden. They call him Vamp because he's bisexual. I find that line to just be such an enigma that I cannot understand in the slightest what Kojima meant by that. Like, think about it. Kojima wrote that line, or somebody in the writer's room wrote that line. It made it down past all the checks. It made it into the booth with David Hayter, who I assume laughed at it, because I don't even know who else would. Maybe Quentin Flynn laughed as well. And also the Japanese actors, being, I think the guy who played Snake was Akio Otsuka, who is, writer of Fate Zero and all that. Anyway, it made it past all them, and no one at any point was like, isn't this kind of a weird line? So that's why they call him Vamp. No, Raiden, it's because he's bisexual. And I'm just like, I can't, I don't understand what that means. You have a friend that has a bisexual furry at their school. Well, good for them. That's some diversity there, you know, that's not something you find everywhere. That's new. That's inventive. I think that's cool. Well, that's the internet for you. They mostly ignore the stuff you actually put effort into and like take a piss out of a very outdated vids. Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think my Snake impression in this video was bad. I don't think it was a good impression. But I am slightly sad that they will never see the better ones. You know, they only see the stuff that I've done wrong. They haven't seen my improved ones. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to this later, but like goals for next year, something I want. I'm gonna try to make channel music at some point, just to have music for this channel, because I feel like it's kind of odd to just have a dead silence when I'm not speaking right now. Like, listen to this. Nothing there. So I'm gonna try to make channel music at some point. Maybe make a stream out of it, maybe try to do a thing on that. We'll see. But for now, yeah, listening to the deafening silence after I pause. Anyway, next short is the third most watched one, and I do not remember. Oh yeah, here it is. Never mind, I know exactly where it is. This one's kind of special for me because this was like, I tried doing an animation for a short, and technically this isn't really like animated per se, but like put your Megalovania remix in the background. I want to make people happy, not sad. Tell you what, I'll play it for like a minute after this next short. All right, third most watched short. What is that? Okay, so there's that. Oh yeah, to be fair, there are some stories out there where vampires are gay, so I assume there were enough to make those stories out of to make a joke out of it. I guess that's true. Yeah, that's fair. But he's bisexual though. That's not. But then, all right, no, we're off calling Vamp gay. We're off of that, or Vamp bisexual. Vamp, he was the lover of Scott Dolph. That's all we'll say about him for now. Anyway, third short. The third short. So, this is a funny one because I tried doing an animation for it, and obviously the drawing's not like stellar for the most part. Arceus looks fine. The kid does not. The other guy looked okay. But you know, I think it's passable at the very least. I used Comic Sans as the font because why wouldn't I? It's a comic, kind of, almost. At least I think it is. Regardless. I might try to do more shorts kind of like this in the future just because I want to start getting more into animation and start trying to do that more as opposed to nothing, which is what I'm doing right now. So there's that. And for our fourth most watched short, I think the joke in that is kind of funny, even if I stole it from iCarly. Well, it's less stealing and more like that was kind of the joke. I like the animation for this short. Oh, thanks. I think I might try more stuff like that in the future, though. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what else I got. Where was the next one? What was it even? I have it on as different names in my computer versus like how it appears on YouTube sometimes. So like, oh yeah, here it is. All right. You have 48 hours to come up with $100,000 or you will be killed. You can't use your own money or borrow it. What do you do? Mr. Beast, will you pay me $100,000 and then you have 48 hours to hunt me for sport? And it's like, Mr. Beast could do that eventually, though. He could absolutely be like, I will pay you to have you let me hunt you down like an animal. My biggest short is 69,000 views. That's almost as much as my biggest short. That's a really big accomplishment. At least I think so, because I have my second most viewed short is at 44,000. So really, 69,000 is a lot. That's about as much as I've gotten on the first one we saw. Either way. So yeah, we saw this short. This was... I think it's kind of funny, the idea that Mr. Beast could hunt someone for sport. And honestly, who would stop him at this point? He knows what he's doing. He's Mr. Beast for a reason. He's gonna unleash the beast. He's gonna get us all. He's gonna kill us all if he wants to. He's too powerful. Mr. Beast. But yeah, no, he can hunt us all down if he wants. Anyway. That's just my thoughts on that. I do think it's kind of funny how he has so much money that that's something he could do. Anywho. I like that short. Oh, thanks. Yeah. This is the last one we're watching. This is the 5th most watched short. I probably should have done this in reverse order, but... well, what can I say? You all were here. Where did I put that? Ah, here we are. If you got a list of your stats once you died, which statistic would you be most curious about? How many times people laughed at my jokes, and it's just like a single-digit number, and I'm like, bro. Yeah, this is a funny thought that, like, somehow everyone who I've made laugh was, like, lying to me. So it's like when I die and I see that my stats, it's like, what? Only, like, 3 people? Not every piece of animation needs to resemble an anime fight scene with the risk of killing every light-sensitive viewer to be good, you know? That's true, yeah. I do kind of like the sort of, like, more cartoony, kind of lower-budget style animations, because those have, like, their own sense of charm to it. I just need to keep the style consistent with whatever it is, you know? That's the biggest thing. I think a consistent style is better than, like, constantly switching between different, like, random things, you know? I'm saying you know kind of a lot. Regardless, yeah. Either way, that was the 5th short, and I don't really have much to say about it. I really just should have stopped at 3. Anyway. So. Another thing that I was going to do was my anniversary video. Or like the original video. My original VTuber debut. It's going to be a little harder since I've now found out that for some reason it doesn't go through the same, you know, audio thing that I have for everything else. But we'll see. How do I... There's got to be a way to make it go through that, right? Hold on, let me look around a little bit just to make sure. Better yet, why does it not play out loud? Should it not be going all the way through my normal audio system? So let me see. Take OG, yeah, OG Teen Titans, good example. Very good example. Okay, wait. Let me try this before we open up the other thing. If you got a list of your stats once you died, which statistic would you be most curious
Okay,
that's not
about?
showing up there.
How many
times people laughed at my jokes, and it's just like a single-digit number, and I'm like, bro. Oh, you think Titans hit different? It did indeed. It was a very, very well, like, just the style was really nice, you know? Had a really cool style, had a really cool everything, really. Let's see. Can I hear? I cannot hear this. Unfortunately. Oh, wait. If you got a list of your stats once... Nope. I cannot hear shit. Alright. It just hits different, you know? It impacts in a strange way. Alright, well, that's not going to go according to plan then. Either way, let's see. This is off. Huh, how am I gonna make this work with everything I had before? Teen Titans Go was the opposite. Yeah. I didn't want to say it, but yeah. I was not fond of that. There was like one clip that I saw from the movie that I liked, where they were firing at Batman from out of a truck, and he just keeps, his cars keep blowing up and giving him like an even smaller car. Like an even smaller Batman. Maybe like the car blew up, it blew out the Batbike, then the Batbike turned into like a unicycle, then they blew up the unicycle, it turned into like him running, then they blew up him running and it turned into the motorcycle again. I thought that was kind of funny, but other than that, honestly, it didn't land. I don't want to say it was terrible, but I mean, you know, it wasn't Teen Titans. At least not as I remember it. Right, so next thing. Next thing is up. I wanted to go through the original video of my YouTube debut where I did a whole like ask a bunch of Ask Reddit questions, and I want to go through and I want to see exactly how I responded to them now as opposed to when I did originally. Had some funny moments, but overall lame. Yeah, that's how I would put it. Yeah, and it's not like it was all bad, but it was mostly bad. The only bit I liked from Teen Titans Go was when Robin took off his mask and every villain in DC bombed the tower. That was funny. Well, not the bombing the tower thing, but like the, you know, it had some good parts, yeah. Okay, that's not the part I meant to start at. This is it. Okay. So, here we have the original 10 questions. The original 10 questions include, or wait, 10? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yep, 10. I only remember, guys, look, a birdie. Yeah, bombing the tower wasn't funny, but the Rob the Mask bit, I like that. I phrased that terribly. Anyway, original 10 questions. So, Steve Irwin has pinned you down in the headlock. What cool facts did he tell the audience about you and your habitat? If OK Boomer was a digital assistant like OK Google, what sorts of answers would it give you to certain questions? What is something about yourself that sounds totally made up but is 100% real? You've been kidnapped. 30 minutes later, your kidnapper dumps you on the street because you won't stop talking about what? Actually, you know what? I'll read these as I go. Let's say. Let's see. So, to start it off, I wanted to see, Steve Irwin is pinning down in the headlock. What cool facts did they tell you about your habitat? So, I would say, for my habitat, it would absolutely be Wait, mate, did you know kangaroos have 3 vaginas? I have precisely 0. I have 0 of those. I want to point that out right now. I'm just gonna say that for the record. Titans Go, yeah, we still have the OG series to enjoy. I'm not gonna say that Go was a complete, like, massacre of humanity, but, you know. Yeah. I would just disappear. Yeah, you would just disappear, Napstabluke, you would. For me, it'd be like, crikey, we got a right big motherfucker here. You see, you can look at all 2 inches of his forehead to know that he's probably not entirely that smart. Also, there's a very good chance he lives in a giant metal can, seeing as he's kind of a robot. Or, wait, what other dumb jokes could I... Yeah. You can tell by the way he calls people skin bags that he's pretty insecure about the fact that he doesn't have any skin. That was a terrible Australian accent, but I digress. Yeah, that's kind of how I thought that would go. Now, let me see. Can I... Will this actually play through the thing it's supposed to? Actually, let me try something. Just really quick. Where's the, How am I gonna get this done? Like, this should not be playing out loud, but it is. Hey, well, you see here, we have... That wasn't even an Australian accent. Don't even know what accent that was. It'll just be a K-On character arc, so it's all... Yeah, that's... I don't know why it's playing out of my computer as opposed to... Like, wait. Everyone likes K-On, so you know what? That might work. Alright, so it'll probably go like this. That's not even an Australian accent, but let's pretend like it is. Dingo, dingo, Okay,
dingo.
this is getting weird, man.
It's not... This is what Australians sound like. Here we have an arrowhead. And the thing about an arrowhead is that it lives amongst a bunch of trash. Literally, there's a bunch of discarded candy wrappers that it dwells in. I think it seems like it thrives on chocolate alone. I don't think it's eaten a fruit in its entire life. And when it has, it almost died. Anyway, this isn't an Australian accent, but this is kind of what an Australian accent almost sounds like if you've never heard an Australian person. French accent. Alright, let's hear this.
Okay, so I just want to say really quickly, it's kind of nuts how I still can't do an Australian accent this many years later. I find that legitimately funny. Well, it's 1 year later, but still. I find that humorous. I really do find it weird. Hold on, let me just Google this really quick to figure out how to get Let me just, yeah, I'm sorry for all the scuff, everyone, but, like, really, though. It's crazy that it's not showing up in my thing. Actually, wait, hold on a minute. Let me try this one. Monitor off, and this. Monitor only.
Oh, yeah,
nope, that did nothing, actually. This is weird as fuck.
You'll say, speak.
How did that even work? Wait, so let's try
The
that.
French. Je m'appelle Arrowhead.
Well, now I can't even hear it normally. Okay, well, I have somehow messed up that even more than it already was. I can also change the speed of the video, which makes it even weirder. Kind of thought that somehow the media would just play back the way it normally does, but... well, doesn't always work out that way, you know? Advanced hotkeys. I am looking for... huh. Let's see. How do I... yeah, no, OBS is just kind of fucky on this one, I guess. It's just not going to help me out. Oh, well. The hell is... yeah, whatever. There's so much of OBS that I fail to understand, mainly because it makes no sense.
J'aime streaming.
It
That's as
should
much
be
French as I
something
know.
I can hear. What is
If OK
wrong
Boomer
with
was a visual
this?
assistant, like... thank you.
Man. Every time, there's always some kind of something. Well, regardless. That happened. And... I do not know how to... you guys can hear it though, right? If I'm being honest, I know people from Australia who don't have a proper Australian accent. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. I swear this worked at some point. Also, why would that not be an option there? What's the point of that? Why would you not just have it automatically go through the computer? Why would you have it be a separate source? I don't think there's anything else I can really do here. It was fine, and then it wasn't.
That means a lot. That really does mean a lot. Of my personality.
For a
this is the third
brief
time I've done a
instant,
goal.
it
Thank
worked.
you.
For a
That means a
brief
lot. That really does mean
instant.
a lot. Anyway,
And now
so
it
first
doesn't.
question from Ask Reddit. Steve Irwin has pinned you down in the
Oh,
headlock.
man.
What cool facts does he tell the audience about you and your habitat? Well, I imagine it would go something like this. Hey, well, you see here, we have... that wasn't even an Australian accent. No one even know
Well,
what accent that
that's
was.
just happening now.
It'll just be a K-On character arc, so it's all... yeah.
Well, that's scuff. Anywho, I'll just answer the questions normally, I guess, then we can compare notes later. So yeah, something about my room being messy, doing a bad Australian accent, and now everyone's gone. Alright. Man. What is it with OBS and somehow ruining my life? Oh well. May as well just do the rest of the questions, even if the video will not comply. Wrong button. Do. All right. So, if OK Boomer was a digital assistant like OK Google, what sort of answers would it give you in certain questions? Hey, OK Boomer, how do I make avocado toast? Well, you start by pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. Or, hey, how do I pay my taxes? They didn't teach you that in school? You should be ashamed. Hey, how do I get to Papa John's or, Gino's Pizza? Back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways in snow. And it just gives very unhelpful answers to everything, as if that's somehow going to make it better. OBS is basically acting like your future wife. No, man, I like to imagine my future wife would be awesome. OBS is acting like my future ex-wife. Oh yeah, future ex-wife? Couldn't see that part of the comment. Future ex-wife, absolutely. Man, it's like, just, OBS is trying to ruin me. I swear I'm a good streamer except for OBS. Anyway. So yeah, that's what OK Boomer would be like. Which also, can we just talk about how that was a really funny joke from my end, like, basically a year ago, and I've never once heard that joke since. That meme just kind of died slowly, and it's still being used a little bit, but, like, not quite. Alright, you've been kidnapped. 30 minutes later, your kidnapper dumps you on the street because you won't stop talking about what? For me, probably Fate lore. Or like Destiny 2 lore, maybe? I'm willing to bet that that is the exact same answer between this stream and the last one. I am willing to put money on that. But yeah. That's currently my thoughts on OK Boomer. What's something about yourself that sounds totally made up but is 100% real? So I know what I would say now, but I also can't even think of what I would have said a year ago. I don't even know what joke I would have made for that. That sounds made up but is 100% real? I'm your favorite VTuber Android Arrowhead. No, but let me think. What dumb thing would I say that sounds relatively, but is 100% real, but sounds like it isn't? I beat the water temple in Ocarina of Time without the blue tunic on accident. I didn't even realize where I could get the blue tunic. I did not use the blue tunic when doing the water temple. Arrow is funny. Aw, thank you, Firewall. Oh wait, that sounds made up, but wow. That's a compliment, but also it's kind of not. That's accurate though. But yeah, thanks for that. Kind of. Oh yeah, I skipped that one, didn't I? Huh. You have died and find that instead of going to heaven, you've only leveled up to Earth 2.0. What are some things that make Earth 2.0 better, but not quite heaven? The ice cream machine works sometimes. Like, instead of having it be mostly broken because they don't want to have to fix it or clean it up or whatever, and they also don't want to call in a new company to go mess around with it, it actually works sometimes. And also, maybe I'm better at video games in Earth 2.0. Earth 2.0, or maybe it's like, you know how you get like a little piece of skin on your fingernail and you have to peel it and it just hurts to do? On Earth 2.0, I think it would just kind of fall off instead of needing to be peeled. That's my pitch for Earth 2.0. So yeah, Earth 2.0 under Arrowhead's rule, you get to peel a little bit of skin, the ice cream machines work sometimes, and stubbing your toe doesn't hurt as much. That's my pitch for Earth 2.0. What food do you swear people only pretend to like? I am positive, absolutely positive. You have fingernails? I mean, not drawn on me usually, but kinda. In fact, I don't think I've ever drawn fingernails on myself at all, so probably not. Never mind. Let's just go with no fingernails. But I know the humans have them. The skin bags. So there's that. What food do you swear people only pretend to like? I am positive it's hamburgers. I know I would have said that. I've never had a hamburger that I thought was like good. I thought they all kind of taste the same. They all taste like kind of beefy, but not quite beef. I feel like anything that's not chopped up and minced into a different flavor is probably more tasteful than the thing that was chopped up and minced into a different like food. Like I feel like steaks taste way more like beef, or even like little slices of beef taste way more like beef than hamburgers. I don't really think they taste like anything. That's my hot take. That's my life, and I'm sticking with it. That's my thoughts on that. Hamburgers taste like nothing. Anyway, what's the most overpriced thing you've seen? Alright, so price obviously it's a relative thing. You know, you'd pay for something that you might not pay for the other thing. That's how price works. I think. I'm not entirely an economics guy. Most overpriced thing I've ever seen. There was like a brand of t-shirt that I saw in the last year that was priced at like $300 or $400 a shirt. And I'm just like, are you telling me for a normal t-shirt, granted it's got a cool logo on it, but for a normal t-shirt, $300 to $400? For $300 to $400, that shirt better send me through time. I better be able to time travel with that shirt. I should not be at any point like, oh, well, I guess I'm just stuck in this timeline or something like that. No. Why are you beefing with Maya right now? I don't know. Why am I beefing with anyone? Same reason I beef with everything. I just beef. It's not a matter of existing or not. It's just the thing that I do. I beef. With people. Anyway. Black Lotus, a Magic the Gathering card sold for $500,000 on eBay. Yikes. But, you know, that's Magic the Gathering. Of course you could justify it there. Clothes are just something I wear on my body. Magic the Gathering, that, you know, obviously if I have like a rare card in that, I'm a god. Which I also need to start playing at some point. So, that's another thing for next year. Maybe like resolutions or goals or whatever. So, let's see. You were given $300 million to make a movie, but it has to bomb at the box office or else you die. What do you make? Well, like that one play goes, I think it's called The Producers. I could make Hitler on Ice or whatever it was. You know that it was like they made like for those of you who don't know, there was a play called The Producers where their goal was to make a play that only opens for one night, then does so terribly that they have to close it and then they just keep all the money. And that's what it's about. So they decided to make a play called Hitler on Ice, or like Hitler in Springtime or something like that. Springtime for Hitler? I think, oh yeah, Springtime for Hitler, that was it. Just because obviously it's about Hitler and thus no one's gonna want to see it. And I haven't seen the rest of the play, but I need to like go through and watch it because it was very funny. But yeah. Let me see. So there's that. You could also, I feel like I could make some kind of like really high budget rom-com that's just terribly written and everyone will hate it. Like, I just have a different writer write each scene, and I don't tell them what happened in the previous scene, only the, like, who the characters are and what they look like. That's it. That's all I give them. I feel like that would be a pretty funny way to do a movie. Just have every writer write a different scene. You're being interrogated, and so far you've held strong. What song do they play and repeat that breaks you? Probably Escape from the City from Sonic. Come with me, escape from the city. I'll make it through, prove it to you. Follow me. Or something along those lines. I have to imagine it would be like that. I'm almost positive that's what I said originally. Because that happened to me a while back where I was like doing some kind of work. And I wasn't making a lot of progress, so I was like, alright, you know what? Mental arrowhead. I'm just going to play this song and repeat till you finish. And I kept upping the speed as it went just to make it not completely boring. But I have finished that project faster than I finished anything else by virtue of I just wanted it to turn off. I didn't even care about concentration. It wasn't about thinking through it. I just wanted it done. And I wanted to be done with it. So yeah, anyway, and finally, we all know my opinion on this still because it keeps getting brought up even a year later because I keep bringing it up. Do you think a baby centaur would suck on the horse nipples or the human nipples, and why? I said it before, I stand by it, the baby would suck the horse nipples. The most overpriced thing I've ever seen were the Coke bottles from my local mail for the money you pay for a 500 milliliter bottle at the mall. You can buy a 2-liter bottle from literally any other shop. That is highway robbery. Straight up. For basically the same price, yeah. That is highway robbery. How, like, some places will do that. They'll just have something be extremely overpriced because they know they can get away with it. But it's also extremely cheap somewhere else. That's a crime, basically. I refuse to believe that's legal. Even though it is. But yeah, it would be the horse nipples. We all aspire to reach the human nipples. We all want to reach the human nipples. But it's not about wanting. It's about being. And look, a baby centaur, it'll stand up, it'll move on its own like a horse, but it has, like, it can't reach the human nipples, and you can't really hold it that well to make it reach the human nipples. Sure, the mother centaur could lie on her side or something like that and just let the baby go to town, but that's not the point. The point is, it could just, the mother centaur could just stand up, and the baby would suck the nipple, right? It would do that. It would do that for the mother, because it knows it wants to help the mother, and the mother needs to feed the baby, right? That's how that works. So then, hey Cursor, don't worry about it. Thanks for showing up at all. How you doing? I stand by your horse nipple ideology, Zero. Thank you, Firewall. See, we have a supporter. We know someone else who would pick the horse nipples. I mean, you wouldn't pick the horse nipples for yourself. Obviously, we all want the human nipples, but like, for the horse nipples, sometimes it's a necessity. Sometimes you need to drink from the horse nipples. It just needs to happen. It's the thing is that, yeah. Man, I really... Next time I audition for, like, any VTuber agency, I should just send them the video of me ranting about the horse nipples. There is no greater show of my personality than the horse nipples debate. Oh, good to hear you're good, Cursor. I'm also doing just fine. Especially because it's my anniversary of being a VTuber, which I plan to be a little bit more grand than this, but unfortunately, ran out of time to actually make it that way. So I guess a pro tip, in the future, if you're ever trying to plan something cool, do it, like, faster than I did. I guess. That's how I would put that. So, that's all that, but there is something else I wanted to show you guys. And unfortunately, we cannot go see what my other responses were, but I know for a fact, which also, can I just point this out? we hit the for my original stream, the debut stream. Hey, Mr. Geep, welcome to the stream. How you doing? For my original debut stream, man, I'm not good at talking for the moment. It's like a 48 or like a 41 2-minute long stream or something like that. And I started the Ask Reddit questions, which is the last part of it, mind you, at minute like 18 or like 18 and a half. I spoke about just the horse bit for approximately 12 minutes on its own. And then we went back to it afterwards. Look at that. Like, look, I just went right back to talking about the horse nipples. And yeah, that's the end of that. Also, yeah, that's my original model. Look at that. This is my original model. Where's the, oh yeah, hold on. Hold up. Let's look at this. The fucking lore for this, where I had an AI equipped, that was bullshit. It lasted like 2 minutes. I still cringe thinking about that. That was a dumb idea for like a gag, and it was always dumb. Yep, that's my model. Look at that wide stance. Look at those long legs. Look at those arms that are like out in the position of like, Mom says it's my turn on the Xbox. Yeah. Also, I still think the way the eyes turned out was cool. I know it's gotten a little bit of flack over the years, but I still think that turned out well. Yeah, age and birthday, hobbies. Basically the same as a year ago. Likes, hobbies, chocolates, meme, dumb jokes. Wow. Who are you? Literally every guy that exists? Yeah. Dislikes, fruits, vegetables, captchas. Yeah, oh, I forgot I made that joke, because, yeah, the Android, yeah. Well, prove you're not a robot. I kinda can't, though, so I don't get into most websites, yeah. That's why I have so much trouble with the internet. I can't find anything, because it's always with a captcha site. And water, which makes me short circuit. Sometimes. Yeah, favorite anime. Fate Zero, JoJo, Gurren Lagann. There's actually an entire stream where I rated a bunch of anime. And I never got back to doing that. So maybe I will later. We'll see. Favorite games series. Alright, Halo, Final Fantasy, Monster Hunter. Admittedly, after Infinite, I'm not entirely sure if I would still put Halo in the top bunch of them, but Final Fantasy, Devil May Cry, Monster Hunter, all solid series. All very solid series. Also, like, Dark Souls and, like, FromSoft games in general. Elden Ring was fantastic. Chrono Trigger, though. Chrono Trigger I loved. I love Chrono Trigger. And Undertale, honestly. Now that after whatchamacallit, a certain part of Undertale, or not the certain part, but like the pacifist route, I thought it was just like one of the greatest games of all time. I loved it. Favorite memes, Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe. I still love that. Papa Jonathan's will fuck with us for the last time. Do not sell pizza on our turf. Ashes to ashes, crust to crust. Oh yeah, about Infinite. So like, I like the campaign well enough. I have no real complaints about the campaign other than just that most of the environment was kind of the same. I feel like it could have done with a little more like, I don't know, maybe like a snow area or like maybe like a water place. I don't know. Just something to kind of like break it up a little bit. Now, other than that, it's like also the grappling hook in Infinite was so good. I really like the grappling hook. That was a lot of fun to play around with. But other than that, so like, what about Infinite? Wasn't even bad, I don't think. I think like my main problem with it is just that it introduced yet another ancient kind of alien that's part of like a problem for us, instead of just building on the ones we had. And also, it started the story off. You needed to play Halo Wars 2 to understand part of it. And I didn't play that, so I didn't really get who Atriox was. I didn't get who most of them were. I feel like it would have been better if they just built off the ending of 5. And, like, I thought 5 was okay. I didn't love it, but I thought it was fine. ultimately. But yeah, that's kind of my main problem with Infinite there. Also the multiplayer, how they didn't have like playlists at launch for like Slayer or anything like that. They really, it feels like they kind of put multiplayer in the backseat, and Halo was one of those series where it was kind of like, multiplayer is a big deal. You can't just not have it. And I feel like they kind of just, you know, didn't do the best they could. But yeah, you know, those, still love those memes, still love them. And Updog there at the bottom, I love Updog, but either way, yeah, favorite memes, goals, become better at all my hobbies, still true, get hired for professional stuff, kind of already happened at this point, even by the time I recorded that, technically already true, but disregard that. Entertain all of you thoroughly. I really, really hope that's true. I would hope you're all thoroughly entertained with this. Otherwise, why would you watch this? Why would anyone watch this, really? So there's that. But, yeah. That's my current thoughts on all those. Funniest joke of all time? Hey, maybe I've already done it. And I just don't know it yet. If I did know it, though, I absolutely would have turned it into a short. And you know I would. Yeah. Alright, now. There is one more little thing I want to do before we start getting the, like, goals for next year. One more little thing. I just want to announce it while people are here. Let me just pull this image up. Actually, wait, no, let me change that a little bit. Let me just make sure I find it. All right. Where did I put that? Actually, I had a thing. I had a thing I was trying to show you. Hold on, don't leave. It's about to show up. Where did I put that? Here it is. Let me go ahead and make that like front and center. Damn it. All right, hold on. I lost it again. Here it is. Let me just make that front and center. Or as front and center as it really could be. And then I'll put it right here. And then I'll put it behind me so it's not blocking me. Where did I put myself? Ah, here it is. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. 343 is just constantly dropping the ball. Yeah, they're not, like... I feel like they do some things completely right, and some things just kind of not. And it's, I don't know, it's just... I'm sure they can figure it out eventually, but, you know... they need to work on it. But ladies and gentlemen... Arrowhead 2.0 will be coming out... eventually. Probably in the next few days, actually. It's mostly done. The model, I mean. Actually, let me rephrase that. The model itself is completely drawn. It's completely drawn. But, in terms of rigging, it's not as rigged as I would like it to be. So, I'm going to have to really work on that over the next few days. It's like 90% done, but like, since part of the point was like, all right, so look at how like stiff this model is though. And how like not moving it is. I want to make sure the next one is rigged really well and in a way that like really conveys a lot of motion and a lot more fluidity to it. Thank you, Mr. Geef. It is pretty nice, isn't it? But this one, it will. You're still keeping Arrow 2.0 in the closet for now. It will be used, I think, at the latest by the next Tuesday stream. So, like, this upcoming Tuesday, I will probably have this ready by then. Maybe I'll do a special stream for it. Maybe I won't. But it will be ready by then. Might even be ready by tomorrow, but who knows? Point is, ladies and gentlemen, Arrowhead 2.0. I made sure to give him more of a forehead than the model I currently have. And part of it was also like, all right, so I'm just going to say this right now. Honestly, I'll miss Arrow 1.0. I might still bring it out every once in a while, but for now, I'm going to stick with this one. Now, for the most part, design-wise, Arrowhead 2.0 is basically the same. It's not that different. Like, I did change a few things about it. Like, I changed up the logo on my shirt. It's now a different thing entirely. And I changed my belt to better match my shoes. Everything else is more or less the current design, but in a new style. So yeah, let me make this image a little bigger and in front of me, so that way you guys can really get an idea of it. Also in front of the podiums, obviously, because why wouldn't it be? Where is... Yep. And yeah, look, it still says Arrowhead, so you know who it is. All right. So yeah, enjoy that little preview right there. For the most part, the design will be basically the same, but there will be some slight changes. Some little things, like you can already see, like the curl in my hair isn't nearly as wide as my my current curl is. That's just more in line with how I've been drawing it recently as opposed to how I used to. So there's all that. Either way, this is Arrowhead 2.0. Your first little glimpse. He will be here, or I will be here rather, in its entirety in a few days. I just need to finish it up. No joke, the reason the stream thumbnail, like the stream thing for this went up so late was because I was working on this until about like an hour-ish before the stream started. Because I just wanted to make sure that this came out well, but it just was not at a point where I thought it was okay to show to you guys by the time the stream started. So you didn't have the spirals in the eye on the 1.0 model, right? No, I did not. That is a new addition. Previously, it was like more of a... Hold on, let me make myself bigger so you guys can just see me. That's my gut. This is me. And then... Where am I? Yeah. So, like... Let me just move this a little bit above here. Just turn that off. All right, so. Let me just try to get myself in like the same position. Not quite, hold on. All right, so yeah. Spirals in the eyes are different. A little more down than this. There. Spirals in the eyes are different. Also, that made my head kind of hurt just seeing him flash back and forth. But yeah, spirals in the eyes are different. Originally, it was, as you can see, like more of a little, like, just a little curve down here thing, but someone told me, like, oh, eye smiles are creepy, so I made sure to stop doing that. The line art is now, as you can see, with a little bit of a different brush, where it still kind of has a bit of a pencil sort of feel to it, but it's also not nearly as scraggly as this one. Overall, this whole change is only happening more or less just because I want my VTuber model, being that I draw it, to kind of represent my skills as an artist, and I feel like it's a little harder to do that if I just keep the one that was, mind you, this model was the first thing I drew after like 2 years of not drawing stuff. It doesn't really match the skill that I want to show that I have at this point. Like, even like, if I turn to the left or like turn to the right, you can see that there's a, it's not the best constructed model, you know? It could be better. But anyways, wait, no, I didn't. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to keep to get myself back down to normal size. Oh, also, I should mention this. It's a new art style, but I will be porting all of my current models over to that new art style. I personally like the eye smiles in the eyes. I think the problem that people have is the smile is typically a lighter shade of the iris's color. Yeah, I was doing that mostly, I think, just to give it a bit of variation in the color. But, I don't know. Some people it works, some people it doesn't. Either way, to be fair, I'm so far from the screen so much to the point where you're probably not even going to see it regardless. So there's that. But, yeah. Also, worst comes to worst, I can always just go edit it again. It's not like it's a huge loss. Because, you know, if everyone hates it, I should probably just do something different. Regardless, there's that. Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. This next model... You said this before, the homebrewed model brings a lot of charm to it. I do agree with that. I'm not saying that's not it. What I am saying, though, how can I put this? It's like... I agree with that. And next model isn't like... It's not like, super duper high quality. It still has that sort of like, oh, one guy made this in a cave with a box of scraps sort of feel. But it does look a little more, like, clean than this. And yeah, you know, this does have a lot of charm to it, but, like, I don't know. We'll see what I wind up doing with it. Maybe I'll use it once and everyone hates it, and then I just go back to this. Who knows? But that's just the update on 2.0, because I've talked about that a lot recently, where I'm like, oh, well, if I did 2.0, this is what would happen, or this is what would happen. And we'll be seeing that soon enough. So yeah, expect more or less the same design, with a few slight changes to it to make me look more like an android. And yeah, that's where we're at with that. Anyways, for the final thing, I want to do a little like, what do I hope to accomplish in the next sort of year? So, let me get some text up. Change the font from Arial, because why? Why would it be Arial? I don't know what Castellar is, but sure, that. Never mind, that's a terrible font. Courier, no. French script, no. Were you telling us that you're a human wearing an Iron Man type suit that looks like an anime dude? No, I'm an android. But yeah, you know, I thought I might as well look a little more like an android, like my heritage would do. You know? No, that's also a bad font. God damn. But alright, sure. We're using the font called Joker Man. Alright. Hopes for upcoming year. Which I probably should have done at New Year's, but disregard that for the minute. Or, well, goals, I should say, really. Goals for upcoming year. Alright, so, for starters, channel music. I'm not saying I'm going to channel it like a psychic channels, like a spirit or whatever. I'm saying I'm going to, like, you know, make channel music. I might even make a stream out of it at some point. Step 2. More costumes. So yeah. I really want to make more outfits. I intended to do a lot more with this one, but once it was decided about, like, not too far in the year that eventually I would just make a version 2 model, I thought, like, okay, well, I might as well just wait until then to start making a lot of models, and then I'll go from there. Next one. So yeah, I'd like to have at least, like, I don't know, 17? I think it'd be cool to have that many. I have at least that many ideas, at least. I should be able to get that done, in theory. Maybe even make some that have, like, you know, some VTubers have, like clothing items that can come on and off, where they'll have like, oh, I have an extra jacket on my other jacket, or like the sleeves of this thing come off. I think something like that would be really cool. I want to try something like that. So that's part of my list. What else? Oh yeah, beat Sans. Nothing really to say about that one other than just, you know, I need to beat Sans at some point. Christ. Oh yeah, on top of that, also, finish games. I keep starting series and then not finishing them. I need to actually finish them. Oh yeah, another thing. Make playlists, which I intended to do before this stream, but because I was working on the model, I kind of forgot. So I'll do that soon. Oh yeah. One of the costumes needs to be an arrow girl in a swimsuit. Oh yeah, that will definitely be part of it. Don't you worry about that. That'll be great. That'll be there. Along with like a magical girl outfit, or maybe like a sailor outfit. Then my parents are gonna wonder what's wrong with me, even though I don't have parents, because they were scientists that just built me in a lab. But if I did have parents, they would be disappointed. Regardless, let me think. What else? What else should I do this year? Oh yeah, get even better, not better at drawing for 3.0. I'm just kidding. We're probably not doing a 3.0, but we might eventually. As for other stuff, 1 million subs. Oh wait, that's a little too far. 1 million subs. Cause I'm greedy as fuck. Let me think what else. Oh yeah, get monetized, which was the other. That was kind of one of my goals last year, but well, we all saw how that worked out. Also, wrong button. Make more animations. Because I need to get back to doing that, because I like making animations. But I also need to, you know, actually do them. Let me think what else. Oh, yeah. More weird streams. 1 million views overall seems like a more realistic goal. I mean, I already have 1 million views overall. That happened a while ago. But, yeah, I hit 1 million views, I think, about 8 months ago? Or wait, no. Alright, I forgot when. Either way, it was like halfway through last year. That's already been done. More weird streams. More weird streams I want to do just because I want to, like, vary my content up a bit more. I want to do some absolutely odd stuff. Stuff that will make you ask, is he okay? And the answer, of course, is possibly, but you'll never find out. And, yeah, how many views am I at now, actually? Let me check. Oh yeah, 1,343,187. I don't know when I hit that, but I guess I could aim for 2 million views. That's something that could happen, yeah. And, maybe, just maybe for the upcoming year, how about start singing. Just because I do think it would be nice to begin all that sort of stuff. I think it sounds cool, the idea of getting to stream. Or sing, I mean. I could do a lot with that. Alright. And for the last goal, fucking, I don't know. What would the last goal for me even be? Get Capcom to sponsor me. Oh yeah, also for obviously for a favorite game series, Ace Attorney would definitely be up there. Also, my computer seems to have crashed. Never mind, I'm back. Yeah, get Capcom to sponsor me. I think Ace Attorney would definitely be up in my favorite game series. So yeah, guys. That's what I got in the pipeline for the next year. Or at least that's what I'm shooting for, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a lot of fun over the last year, and it will continue to be even more fun over time. Especially when I finally bend OBS over my knee and give it the spanking it deserves. But for now, I've been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber android. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Omori where I can hopefully finish that and thus, by extension, continue to finish games. And I hope to see you all there. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Go strive to suck the human nipples. And goodbye for now. Thanks for 1 year, everyone.